preparations are going very well. In fact, too well. It just seems to be. We've got a very good team in our race office, Anne Kinvig, Heather and Lydia, who have really pulled the stops out and got things moving on the administration side. And of course the Department of Economic Development, who are working with on the Manx Grand Prix for the first time, have really come together with an excellent package of events, and they're taking care of the marketing of the event, which again is a first for a while anyway, as it was one of the main functions of the old tourist board was to market the event, and the Manx Motorcycle Club ran the racing. So we're going back to that in some ways. Yeah.
Now, as we mentioned there, it is a shorter event this year, just the 9 days instead of a full fortnight. How's that been received?
It's mixed reviews really. A lot of traditionalists, and I count myself as a traditionalist, are quite upset at the fact that we've lost 2 race days anyway, and it has reduced the number of races that we can run. But I think it's more than made up for in the quality of the entry that we've received. And of course, we now have the classic motorcycles back under the wing of the Manx Grand Prix, where they were with Classic TT for quite some time. They were introduced at the Manx Grand Prix in the mid '80s, so it's great to have them back. And we're looking forward to the event. We really are. It's very exciting.
Now, the first practice is on Sunday. The racing itself all gets underway next Friday. It culminates on the bank holiday Monday. Are you worried about the weather, having that short period for racing, just that shorter time? Are you worried about what happens if you do need to go to a contingency schedule?
Well, we've always been worried about the weather. It doesn't matter how long the event is. If it was still a fortnight, we'd still be worried about the weather, and it has happened in the past where we have had races cancelled. The senior Manx Grand Prix was cancelled at one point, just impossible to hold it. Yes, but we've spoken to the clerk of the course, Gary Thompson, at length about this, and he is happy that he has enough contingency within the schedule to allow it to run. So hopefully we'll be. Well, I know we're in the lap of the gods, but that's the way things always are. So.
And we're going to be hearing a bit later on today about Marshals and what to do if you want to become a Marshal. It does all get underway. First practice on Sunday. How is it looking at the moment?
For Marshals? Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, it's building up. I spoke to the TTMA yesterday, and they said they were hopeful everything was going to come out on top. They were a little bit short, but there's always a late signing on for the Manx Grand Prix, and a lot of people do come from the UK whether having already signed on. So hopefully the fact that we're starting on the Sunday gives people a chance to get here, get signed on, and go for it. But if anybody does fancy marshalling, it's worth giving it a try for 2 or 3 sessions and see how you feel. There'll be no pressure. It's just a question of introducing yourself to the mountain course and marshalling on that course, because it's a great experience. You just have to experience it to appreciate it. Yeah.
And you mentioned some of the changes to the racing, fewer classes this time, but a quality field. What for you, for someone who is potentially seeing MGP for the first time, what for you is the can't miss event?
The can't miss event will be probably the Monday, which will be the Senior Manx Grand Prix and the Classic Superbike Manx Grand Prix. That will be the one to watch. But having said that, we've got a great programme on the Friday and Saturday with the lightweight on Friday, which is 2-stroke machines, which are create a lot of interest, 2-stroke and Moto 3, and of course on Saturday we've got the Classic 500, which really is the core of the classic movement, and our junior, which is now revamped into a Super Twins event, and we've had quite a good entry for that, and it's really run as our lightweight for a while, but now it's a full blown Manx Grand Prix of its own.